Okay, so 25 minutes, one new face. Okay, so someone already know me. Okay, so welcome to our operating system. But I think so several times I already forgot. I think you already took the operating system. No, not
I
yet.
don't think so.
You know, okay.
I think I've taken almost every other class you teach.
Okay, except the operating system.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So our operating system, so just like slightly, yeah, specific introduce myself again. So you can call me Yoga. Okay, so should I repeat my background one more time? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. But I can share because I can share if in case you remember, but within the whole day you already know, like I graduated from the commerce too. I have my master in CS. The reason I choose that I can explain a little bit about CS, yeah. I still thinking the title computer science still is the popular way, but why not we are more specific in cybersecurity or AI, then it's okay. And after I graduate, then I start to search for a job, but it's really challenging. Yeah. And I will kind of work as a web developer and then senior full stack developer. Yeah. And then software engineer. Yeah. Like this. And most of the time I learn, yeah, because I can share something new. Yeah, share yeah. Most of the thing I learned is actually not from the school. Okay, so really from my college, I always start my entrepreneurship. Okay, so I'm building an app. So that app is like it's a size fitting app. So that's why I start from that time. I have to. I work with one is the graphic designer and one is with the fashion designer. So three of us working together. So I'm the one that deciding the database. Develop the app API server. So that's what I equip myself all the skills. So if you are study learning from school, we have lots of limitations. Like we have followed the syllabus, and then within one semester, actually you couldn't learn anything. Or some of you learning the web programming, if web programming, I throw so many things to you, but I couldn't cover and then go really deep. So most of the time you have to study by yourself, right? So if you can feel it, so really simple things. It's not actually you cannot meet the industrial standard. Okay, so to be honest, so but most of them they're really good. Actually, you have to study by yourself, or then you have to pick something you really like. To me, I do enjoy programming. Debugging is really fun. But it's a nightmare. Okay, yes. If you forgot your comma, but you spend the whole day to fix it, yes. And then you always ask yourself a question: what did I do wrong? Okay, so kind of like that. But luckily, because I did keep a contact with the commerce like faculties, and then I know they are like hiring TA, so I went back to working like teaching the graduate student. Actually, in the beginning, helping for the graduate student, and then I know something happened here. Yes,
Some teacher left.
yeah, left like kind of like right before a month before the semester begin. So I really just like
It's like 2 weeks.
really 2 weeks before. So yeah, so kind of in chaos too, and then I came here. So I also I thank you for appreciate for some students. Like also I'm trying to pick up lots of things, and then when I'm teaching most of the courses, actually I changed kind of like half of it because I want to teach you something like really practical, or like you can use like in the industry. Okay, but for the OS, I'm so sorry, actually nothing new. Okay, so I share to you like nothing new. And I say maybe like 60% or 70% you learned is like the really like outdated. Okay, maybe you are talking like one core, one thread. Okay, we are talk about the scheduling of the task. Okay, but nowadays we have multiple cores, right? How many cores?
8 and 10.
More than that, right? Okay, yeah, and then multi-threading, like multi-threading. Okay, so all this. So then, of course, later when we have multi-core, multi-thread, then we also need to think about how can we assign, allocate those tasks. Okay, because for one application, we'll break down into like small pieces. Okay, and because the CPU can only take one instruction, per time. I think some of you took the assembly language. Okay, assembly. So you will see, okay, we need to move something from register to another register, somewhere to somewhere. Okay, so that's one instruction. Okay, this is what CPU do. But of course, it's really fast. Okay, so we need to have some like near the CPU to know some what kind of hardware they're using. Don't know. Cache memory, cache. Do you have like heard about what's cache? Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, later you will like in the operating system, you'll learn something like this. Okay, and you know the long time ago we are using the you will see what's the HDD. What do you know what's HDD? Short term hard drive. Okay, hard drive. And then nowadays we are using SSD. Okay, so the speed is really different, but even the SSD like really improved the efficiency, like the reading speed and writing speed, but it's still lower than the memory. Okay, so the memory, you know that how many gigabyte, right? 16 gigabyte, 32. If you look at your spec, okay, right here. And when we are loading from the storage to the memory, okay, if we don't have sufficient memory, and we need to have some like virtual memory, so we have to learn something about this. So you are learning all the mechanism, like how they work together. Okay, so will be this class. And yeah, so then go back to the lecture. Yeah, about myself. So this is what I say, like in other courses, I try to like adding more like practical, but sorry for this one, no. And only language we are using is the C purpose. Okay, so we have some assignments. So those assignments I will give you kind of like you need to fill up some part of function. Okay, so most of the assignment is simulate how the OS doing. Okay, so maybe you are checking the CPU status and how can we assign it like this. Okay, and you are using the C purpose to write the assignment. Okay, so I know some of you are like when we are talking before the class, we talk about like maybe already forgot. Okay, or not very familiar. That's why I know most of them are struggling about the language itself.
Yeah, C++ is what they mostly teach here, but you usually finish up with the C++ in your third semester.
Yeah, so I say the most student what I've observed like in the last year will be like struggling about language itself instead of the assignment. Yeah, our assignment I say is like pretty straightforward, not that complicated, and then but the language you say so maybe spend some time to learn. Because in this class I'm not really teaching C++, but I will try like based on the progress or like if I go through, then I can like squeeze some time to share more about the C purpose to you. Okay, so help you if you need more help about this one. And let's go back. Okay, so I kind of like when I'm talking, so I already go through all the stuff related to operating system. So the processor. Then let's go to assessment. So that's why here, kind of they know that. So you see most of things I go to the assignment. So I'll give you the assignment and then the quizzes. Okay, so this is the only one I give you the return because really have to give because no project at all. So I only give you a final and just a pretty similar format. I'll do it online. Okay, so online and I'll give you a week to complete it. Okay, so the midterm should be around after the break. Yeah, spring break. Thanksgiving will be the after the spring break is the final. Yeah, because I remember after I checked the schedule after the Thanksgiving, then there's a reading week. After reading week will be the final week. Yeah, so kind of like we finished the lecture kind of like before that. Okay, that's it. And then you have a week to study and then work on your last assignment, and you can prepare for your final exam. So I always make it available open for a week. Okay, you can compare it, and maybe before the day before the submission should be on Friday today, but later I update. But pretty sure I will give it a week to do it. Okay, and then one thing, if you took my exam, you know I always have a question, have a really high rate. Yeah, simple, easy. Because like to me, like if you have 40%, 50%, 60%, you still fail. So it means nothing. So I always like give you the base, the 50%. Yeah, for the rest answer. So most of them may be just like multiple choice. So yeah, so from it. I don't know if sometimes I just change, I will let you know, but not hard. Okay. So I would say I most the time I appreciate your like work hard. Okay. So if study work on something, then it's okay. Try to submit on time. And that's it about the assignment. Do you have any question?
For this class and for databases, they're both closed note finals, right? The exams are closed note and stuff, even though they're online.
Yeah, I would say yes. If you want to know more detail, ask those taking my, they know, yeah, so, yeah. And what else? Any question about that?
Just the schedule.
Yeah, schedule, yeah, I will keep it because I go through like textbook will be optional, same as like, because you can find, if you want, you can get it, because everything is available online, so that's why I'm not like really forced to buy textbook, unless you really need to read something, okay, or I think the library, yeah, you can get it, okay. Yeah, so I'm not forced, I'm not the one. So this I'm not traditional instructor like for you. And this is a late submission policy, but same as usual. If you do have any problem, issue, please let me know. Or like even say, I'm so busy, super busy. Can you extend a few more days? Okay, just let me know early. Okay. But if you have late submission, I always tell student, I will do have some deduction. Okay. Because at least I need to be fair to those like something on time. Okay. And if you know my grading, I'm not really harsh, right? So,
No, you're pretty generous.
yeah. So I do appreciate like I prefer that because you come here study and then you work hard. So that's why I don't want to be like mean to you. And at least you learn something. Like that's what I believe. Like you come here and then to equip a skill, like come here and then helping you. Can be a bridge like to really finding a job. Like instead memorize all the definition and then nobody asks you in the interview. So to me it's meaningless to me. That's why I will encourage if you want to like be a software engineer. That's like what happened to me. Like I also need to sometime because I did the Google interview, Amazon interview, State Farm, yeah, something other like small company interview too. Yeah. So when they ask you, they of course your coding like programming abilities, problem solving, because they will give you the within 40 minutes, like normally 1 hour interview. Okay, 15 minutes behavioral question, like they ask you, they want to know like, can you work well with the coworker? How do you solve the problem? Okay, like this. Okay, and then remaining 45 minutes, what they ask you, they give you a question. Okay, so first you need to think what's the data structure of it. Okay, so normally based on those questions, so that's important if you are learning data structure, anybody learning data structure. Okay, that's important. Okay, yeah. Even when I prepare for my interview, I have to study those, like those like short things. Okay, what's the data structure? The queue step. Okay, binary search tree. All these like they're important. Yeah, but out of topic. But sharing something like this, I think this is more important, like in the industry. And then you need to like we were saying, they will say think out loud. It's like you need to tell what's the logic. Okay, you need to know what's this problem, so what's the data structure of it, then what's the better way to search for data. Like okay, so like okay, let's say for binary search tree, then what kind of search we can use? Two kind of DFS, right? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Breadth first search and breadth solve.
Yeah, that first. Okay, so if you don't know this term, then you can study about that. Yeah, because this one is not related to the OS, so something like that. But it can be useful because when you're writing program, it can improve the efficiency. Okay, just thinking. You say learning the operating system kind of similar. We are not writing the OS anymore, and nobody writing it, right? And even the Microsoft keep changing the Windows. When now they changing their design, the UI. Yeah. But the hardware, like they increasing the core, but the working mechanism, like the You know the OS, you just imagine OS is the manager, okay? You to organize everything the task, okay? That means so far right now, it's safe, okay? So all those like later in the lecture, we have different type of mechanism, okay, round robin, okay, like this, or like which one go first, okay, shortest time, okay, or priority first, okay, something like this. You have some assignments to doing this, and then they give you some exercise, and that's it, okay. So that's what you learn in the class. In reality, nobody asking you. Okay, yeah, at least I never have a job like as a software engineer asking you like develop OS. But can it help if you know the system you're writing? Yes, it can help you. But most of the time right now, because it's a high level language, I think most of you are using the Python, right? Maybe Python, so you don't have to really consider. Okay, how can I manage a low level? Because requires a high level, you don't have to think about that. Because in low level, actually, they have an interpreter help you, and then in low level, maybe still like C purpose, but they already help you to manage all these things. So that's why you don't have to consider. But of course, better if you know that some concept. But to me, to be honest, until for my working experience, I never use it. Okay, that's why. So, instead of memorize everything, just like understand how it works. Yeah, and then the mechanism sometimes I think sometimes is pretty similar. Not only the OS, but also maybe in other field. Like let's say for the, if you know the networking, like networking, sometimes like, okay, so if we have the CDN, CDN, so let's say I have 5 server, okay, so you know like when we implement an application, so when the app, so maybe we have multiple server, okay, to access, then which server should we go? Then they also have some similar mechanism. Okay, either one is the we call the round robin, just taking turns, or the one have a less workload. Okay, maybe the one have a less ping rate, or like actually all the concept is same. So you can apply all this knowledge in other field. Okay, so most important. Okay, back to the last topic. If no, we will talk about the schedule on the course format, because for my also it's the same because for my whole day my web programming database. So Thursday kind of like I will record the videos, if you know. So the lecture I will record it, and depends on the need. Because for the other courses, they will have a Discord, and then depends on their need. Then I will come back and meeting together. So helping for like debugging or like helping work on their coding. But for OS, kind of no lab, okay, because you only assignment. So depends on you. Like I know someone, if you stay on the same, because we are driving 3 hours to here, so if I can stay here for like one day to help you to work on like all other courses, it's okay. I can stay here. And also I know before this one OS always the latest courses, like when we finish already 7. Okay, so because some student like also send me an email say I kind of late, they have to go back. Yeah, so yeah, pretty late. So I said yeah, so I'm okay to make it like really I need to check, like depends on your okay to I can make it as a like completely online, but for the maybe like hybrid, or like if you need to help on certain like, let's say as we can make up set up the Zoom meeting or like come back. And because I have a break like the office time too, like maybe if I come back for, I think some students they're asking maybe as like their first task they need to install all the software, so they are worried about if they have some problem, so probably they will come back, so I can come back here, so helping you. So either we can like plan together. I say okay, I can have some of you working on OS, some of you working on the web programming, so it's okay. Or like I can different time slot, so you don't have to wait, because I also have a 3 hours office hour too, so it depends on how do you think?
I'm fine with online.
Okay.
I'm with online too. We can like shoot an email, but like we always like meet for something specific on like a date, then that's fine.
Yeah, or I can make an announcement like if more students are coming, or I can put the form something like that if like more students come together, then you can come in within this stuff, then I can stay here. Yeah, also because in this semester, my schedule is getting tight because I also need to go to the main campus, the college station main campus too. So even I come back, maybe I have to go there too. So just like let me know how many of you will be here, then I will try to stay this side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you here for your office hours or about do like Zoom?
Depends on that day.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So let's say Thursday we're complete online, then I'm not coming back to here. Then I can do it soon. Yeah. And if you really need it, then make an appointment. So I give you a time. Even it happened in last year. Like I know some student, I give them even the Saturday or something. Okay. So like I know some of them really rush before the deadline, the assignment deadline, and then they're still struggling. They couldn't fix it. Then I understood. So I will try my best to help you to solve it. And if you are okay, sometime when I have a video, I also share it, like upload it, so you can watch it if you have similar problem. Yeah. And I know some students they're taking like also some like video. I don't know. I depends on your feedback if you're okay. Because I would say this one most content actually not really most, but should be or like lecture part. Yeah. So not much lab. Even the lab part will be exercise. Like you come back here, I give you a question, and then just walking around help you to answer the question. So really depends on, and if you want to see, you can check the video. Because the last 4, if you go to D2L announcement, I post the YouTube link, right? So you go to my all the video upload should be 2024. Yeah, so will be you will see the course number 3. 430, yeah. So you can see. But I think the voice is not that good because I'm always walking on. Yeah, so because I will keep it like this. Yeah, because you see I'm recording right now and walking around. So that's why maybe the voice is not that good. And you see always the page stay like this and keep on talking. Okay. And well, for the first day, I'm not teaching. So the first lecture will be Thursday, but usually like I try to set up the Zoom, so you don't have to, if you're okay, then you don't have really attend it. Sometimes I would pre-record it like for the lecture, and then actually mainly Tuesday and Thursday. From my experience, because like most 2 days I just like go through all the content, like the lectures. That's it, yeah. And then sometimes I try to give you some like extra exercise. Then if you can, maybe I can put those exercise as a bonus point if you like follow and do it. And I will put it on maybe a discussion somehow, then you can post your answer. And for the bonus point, I don't have a deadline. So in case you want, then you can do it and submit. Okay. And here's about the grading, because for the last assignment, because in last semester I try to do it. I keep the last 1 or 2 assignment, like not post until, well, most of them after they finish, I release the grade after the final. I keep the last 2 assignment, so it helped me to address it. Okay, so I didn't release the grade. Okay, so if you're okay, because I know some students they're so worried about that. Okay, why you didn't release it? I try to like just hold it and then I get address. I know some students like have like 89 between that. Then you will see you will get an A in final. Then there's some reason. Okay, yeah. So I can helping for this one or like extra bonus. Yeah, yeah. And if no, then yeah, I know if late or some if I come back. Because if I come back and leave, then maybe within this time I'm driving right now, so it's really hard to like hold it in this time. But I can make the online meeting or like before that. I don't know if you do have conflict, I can make it as a Monday or Wednesday, Friday, so we can set another like Zoom meeting time. You can send me an email, or you can like join together. If in case, like unless you have some like really personal question, like about the assignment, okay. I would create an announcement and say, okay, I have a meeting within this time. If you want, you can join. Or if you like doing this way, then we can try doing it this way. Or we can check, or later if you have any feedback, you can let me know. Then we can address it. Okay. Make it more flexible. Yeah, always flexible. Yes. Okay. So any question? Other question? Okay. No, then I will end the recording.